Vitamix machines are well known for making the awesome drinks, the smoothies, the juices, the soups, the ice creams, the sorbets. But a lot of people don't realize that this one appliance takes the place of so many. It's excellent for doing different styles of food processing, from just coarse chopping to dicing, mincing, grating. It's all defined by the speed of the blade. The blade is dull as a butter knife, so you can never over process the food by texture. It's all defined by the speed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some real unique features here. Again, this blade is moving at 11 miles an hour. It's barely turning, and keep in mind the blade is dull, but I'm able to drop even the coarse stuff like celery. They tell you don't put this stuff in blenders because the strands wrap around the blades and it ruins them. You drop them in a Vitamix machine, and this machine can chop it up like it's nothing. I mean, it's just impressive to see this done. And remember, you can do 2 or 3 sticks at a time when you're doing this, and you get the perfect consistent texture every single time. Check this out. This is just unreal right here. I'm just going to dump it out here real quick and you guys can see how awesome that is. See how you got a nice consistent texture, and there's absolutely nothing wrapped around that blade. It's so consistently even, and that's what's incredible. I'm going to show you how to do something just a little bit more coarse. So you're going to do onions. Nobody likes to do onions, and you want that coarse chop that you're looking for. Well, that's another easy feature. What we're going to use is we're going to take a little bit of red onion. You can quarter them, it makes it easiest, and again, you just drop them down here on that low variable speed. Just kind of let the machine do all the work for you. It's not hard at all, and you don't have it. Nobody's crying about it. Nobody's going to have to fight over who's not going to cut up the onions, and you get a nice consistent texture. Remember, you define the texture by the speed of the blade, and we're just going for, again, a nice consistent chop. You can always use your tamper stick as well to kind of help push everything down into the blades if you need to. If you get a nice chunk of anything, just kind of sit here and just kind of push everything down and corner it into those blades. So again, here's a nice consistent texture. Let me just lay it out here and you guys can check this out too. Just again, one incredible consistent texture every single time, no mess. Even the hard things like carrots. Food processors have a very hard time trying to get carrots minced up really nice and small. But again, it's a Vitamix machine, and it can do 35 different textures. It, again, takes the place of 10 machines, and I'm going to show you a machine that can grate carrots very quickly. Just grind them so fast. Just drop your carrot down in there on a higher speed, variable speed 5, no time at all. You get the same perfect consistency every single time. It's such an easy way to make carrot salad, something that's such a hassle. It's not a hassle anymore. It's just nice and consistently smooth. Perfect textures. And the last thing I want to show you guys how to do is what we call wet chopping. I did all these on lower speeds because we're doing small quantities. But what if you need to make a large batch of something quickly? Let's say you're going to need to make some coleslaw, for example. You need to do it quick, and you're using large quantities of food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some cabbage down in here for you guys. And see how we're using bigger pieces. I cut them in chunks. Now the problem is the weight of the food won't allow everything to rotate down towards those blades. So we use water to help everything circulate that much easier. So let's add our water in here. Again, you just want to see all those items start to flow. Now we did everything on a low speed. We're only doing it roughly down on the variable speed 1. The finer the chop we want, we raise the speed. But again, on wet chopping, instead of, you can do the low speed if you want, but a much easier way to do it is just use the high speed. All you simply need to do is turn your machine on and off, and maybe one more time at most. So now you got a perfect shredded cabbage every single time. It's just incredible. Let me drain this real quick and you can check this out. This is really awesome right here. Again, no mess, easy to use. All you simply need to do now is add your dressings and serve it up. You just made a gourmet restaurant-style coleslaw for fractions of the cost of buying it at your grocery stores and a restaurant. You can't afford to go another day without a Vitamix machine.